Hello, everybody. Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our weekly team call. Tristan here, your very humble leader. And tonight, Huddle's going to be a little bit shorter, but I wanted to talk about posting. I've had several people reach out to me in the last couple of days and asking about how to post on Facebook and with the new shareables that are coming out, how can we use those and what can we use them to benefit our business? So there's just a couple things that I wanted to touch base on that. The first thing that I want to say is we are very lucky that Jill Foster's on our team, and she has volunteered to kind of be like our compliance person. That's been going on a couple months. So what that means is Jill is an expert, quote unquote, that's what we're going to call her anyway, when it comes to the compliance department. She's very diligent to make sure that every time she posts something that it's as compliant as it can be. She's very good about, if she has a question, she sends an email to compliance or is very quick to say, I don't really think that's compliant, or maybe we could do it better this way, or could this be a better possibility for wording? And so we're very honored to have Jill and to do that, because I'm someone that I'm very much a yellow for our color people. So I'm all about like, oh, this could help somebody. Ooh, I'm going to post first and then question later if maybe that's compliant, because I know somebody that can help. And the thing we have to be careful is we are representations of Plexus. So we have to make sure that when we are posting these testimonies and when we're sharing these graphics, that what we are sharing on the World Wide Web, right, where anybody in the world can utilize it, that it's true to what Plexus is saying. We have to be very careful that we're not making claims to cure or treat anything that Plexus is stating very clearly on the bottles. And one of the good things that Plexus has done is as they're revamping some of their bottles, they're writing very specifically on the bottles and on the packaging what Plexus does. So a simple rule to follow is if it's not written on the bottle or it's not written on the bags, then you can't say it in the World Wide Web atmosphere. So what that means is if I make a post on Facebook and make it public so anybody can see it, I can't say that Plexus cures fibromyalgia. I can't say that Plexus cures diabetes. I can't say that Plexus cures endometriosis or any sort of other hormones. I can say that Plexus helps with blood sugar control because that's written on the package of the Slim. I can say that Plexus helps with mild acute discomfort because that's what it says on the Ease bottles. I can say that the P96 is a protein shake because that's what it says on the P96 bottle. Does that make sense? So it's very careful wording. And the reason for this is because supplements in general are not approved by the FDA, but we are monitored by the FDA. And we are monitored to make sure that we're not eluding people of things that can't be true. A good rule of thumb is if someone comes to you and says, I have this and this and this and this and this wrong with me, is Plexus safe? The answer to that question should always be, let me print you off or email you a list of ingredients and take that to your doctor and get approval from your doctor to make sure that these products are good for you. Now, from a nurse perspective, a lot of the times I will say, you know, I haven't heard of any interactions with that, or I would be comfortable taking that in my situation, but I will still give the list of ingredients to be used that they can take and get that approval. I might say, so Plexus products aren't approved besides our family chewables to be used by any children under the age of 18. But I would share from a personal testimony that I give my son one ProBio 5 every night. That has been approved by his pediatrician. And I would encourage people that they have concerns with that they take that to their pediatrician. But the testimony for that for my family is that that's something that's been approved. Now, let's say you have a testimony for a friend that has Crohn's, and you're like, oh my gosh, I really want to share this testimony with my girlfriend or my family member about Crohn's. What you can do is private message that person. You can private message that person via Facebook Messenger. You can send that via email. You can send that via text message. And the reason for that is because then that's not up on the wild or the wild wide web, the World Wide Web for everybody to be able to see. It's something that's sent through a private message. Okay, So now with these shareables that are out, these shareables are an amazing opportunity because anybody can take their information, a before and after picture, put some information in there, and then they're stamped for Plexus to be able to use it. But Facebook algorithms are monitoring these, and they're making sure that they're not being spammy. So if one person, okay, so if Jill takes her awesome testimony that she has with weight loss and getting off different medications and her success with her blood sugar regulation, if she takes all of this and puts it into a format and shares it, then that's like, we all want to share that because we all know Jill. We trust Jill. We know Jill's integrity, and we want other people to be able to have those results. But if all 2,000 people that are under Amber took Jill's testimony and shared that picture, Facebook would flag that as spam, and they would delete that picture from there. So what Plexus is encouraging us to do is to screenshot that photo. So when Jill makes her shareable, we screenshot it, we size it down, edit it down, and then you can share it from there. Because what Facebook can do is they can monitor a picture that's been saved to your computer, but if you screenshot that, you redo that completely, so it's a complete new picture, and then it's not spammy. Then the Facebook algorithm world doesn't see that as spammy. So it's something to keep in the back of your head. We have all these awesome testimonies now that are coming back up that we have been praying for and excited for, because testimonies are truly what speaks to our customers and our ambassadors. So we're very grateful to have those back, but we need to be careful that, one, we're using the ones that have been submitted and are actually in the format that are the picture that have the before and after, and that when we're doing them, we're screenshotting them so they don't get taken down after people have done such a great job at submitting that information to get approved. Does that make sense to everybody that's on the call right now? Okay. All right. The third thing is I've had people say, oh my gosh, I love this post, or I love how this information is written. How do you come up with that? How do I use these things? And I've seen some people that really like them and they're sharing them. So what's that mean? What that means is if I make a post about gut health and Lynette likes it, she clicks the share button on Facebook, and then she writes a little tidbit about why that's important to her. Okay, I would strongly discourage you guys from sharing things. So if I make something and someone shares it, I would discourage you from doing that. And this is why. When you share my post, the only people that will see that post is people that we have in common. Although mine's public, if you share it, the only people that will see it is the people that have it in common. The better thing for you to do is to, if you have an iPhone or any phones now, I think, you can press down on the verbiage that's being written, and it'll copy it, or it'll say copy, and you click copy, and then you save the picture individually to your phone, and you make that your own post, or your computer, or however you're doing that. Change the verbiage a little bit, make it yours. Anytime I post anything, anytime anybody on our team posts anything, this is the team environment that has been created. Anytime anybody posts anything Plexus and you are a friend with them, that's free game for you to take that post and to make it your own. We don't claim rights over posts. If one person writes them, anybody can claim them. Anybody can make that your own. So copy that post to your own thing. Don't share it, copy it, save the picture, and post it for yourself, for your own verbiage, for your own team. And then what that does is that creates your own integrity. That creates your own trust. That makes people feel like you're not being spammy, right? Makes people feel like they're not being sold to, but in terms of they're just being shared a story, or they're being shared information by a valued friend. That's the first thing about that. The other thing, sorry, I'm trying to read the Zoom chat as well, or the chat that's going on. The other part with that too is, how do you come up with certain posts? Okay, well, I come up with posts just randomly throughout things, like if I'm doing something. This weekend, I was reading a really good book, and I posted on Odyssey to Gems, and it was from How to Rock Your Network Marketing by Sarah Rockin' Robbins. And it was a story that she shared. And so I paraphrased that, or I actually put it in parentheses and sourced it back to Sarah Robbins so that she got credit for that quote, because that's from her book. I want to do that. And then talked how that was important to me. The thing with when you're making posts about Plexus is to make them personal. Make them relatable to your life. Your friends, your family that are on Facebook, they're friends with you because of you. They're friends with you because of your integrity, because of your grace, because of your story. They don't care about Tristan. They don't know Tristan. They don't care about Sherry. They don't know Sherry. They care about Lynette and Brian and her twins. They're friends with Lynette and Brian and her twins. They're not friends with the rest of us. They want to learn about Lynette. So it's important for Lynette to make sure that she's still sharing about the twins, which she did for school. She shared about both of them and their cute little pictures of what they want to be when they grow up. And then with that, she shares about how she succeeds as a teacher with Plexus. She posts a picture of a pink drink and her in the morning, which is a picture of her face. People want to see that. But then it's a very simple thing of saying, I'm energized for the day, or something simple. It's something that is drawing your audience to you, because again, your audience cares about you. They don't care about anything else you're doing. They care about you. And so they want to be included in that life. As human beings in general, we are naturally curious about what our friends and family are doing, right? We're naturally curious about what's going on. And when something is working and something is working well, we want to share that with others. And our friends and family want to learn about that. But they don't want to learn about that if you're sharing someone else's story all the time. If you're talking about someone else's life, they want to know about your life. They want to know about what's going on in your life. So it's important to share Plexus and how it's related to your life. And every once in a while to throw in things about gut health and to talk about the different aspects of health and wellness. But to make sure that you're being real, to make sure you're being authentic, to make sure that your integrity is what's shining through on your Facebook page. Okay, I think, Tammy asked a really good question over here. Let me go back up. It was answered, but let me just share it for those that are on the call live. So she asked, can we share testimonials on a specific problem in a Facebook online party? And Jill, our amazing compliance person, wrote back, yes, the online party groups are private. Folks have to join your party so that the content is private. Exactly correct. If you are having an online Facebook event and it's a private event, which means people have to come to it, then you can share those testimonies on that platform because it's in a private setting. The thing to remember for that is, though, if you are an ambassador on that and you go, oh my gosh, it's an awesome testimony, I want to share it, you absolutely can share it in another private setting. You cannot share it publicly on your Facebook page. So that's kind of the catch there. The other thing I want to say about that is Plexus sent out a survey to everybody today. Everybody should have got one. And what it is it's asking how they can do things better with promotions and everything. I would encourage you guys to write on there. Do you guys hear Josiah singing Pokemon in the background? Jeez, this child of mine. So I would encourage you guys to write in that survey things you want to improve on. So one of the things that Amber and some of the other leaders and I were talking about on that survey is writing in the bottom, we want the right to share testimonies again freely. We want the right to, with guidelines, absolutely, there needs to be guidelines, but beyond just a picture. We want to be able to share what people are going through and what they're actually dealing with. Write those things down in that survey. Write those things. The great thing about Plexus, the company that we each are honored to be a part of, is they listen. Plexus listens to its ambassadors, and it truly wants to do what's best for the company, for corporate, and for ambassadors together. And so when we write our concerns out there and what we want more of, Plexus listens, and they're going to do everything they can to try and help that to be better. Okay, that wasn't super long tonight, but I hope it was some good information for you guys. We have lots of new people on our team, and we have lots of great questions. So honored with everybody that's joined our team. August has been a great month. September is going to be even better. Before I get off, I want to give just a couple shout outs to some people that are rocking their business even in the craziest of life. Lynette has returned to school. Heather has returned to school. Jill has returned to school as in teaching. They've all returned to school as teaching. Amanda has returned to school to actually go to school. She's a college student. Tammy is working like crazy. Sherry is working like crazy. But this is what I want to say about these people. Beth Olmstead is starting for the first time ever to be a homeschooling mom. Her husband has got a job in another state. They're working to put their house for sale. I'm trying to think of all the people that I've talked to lately. This is what I want to say about these people that are just immediately popping into my head. These individuals show up, y'all. They show up to events. They show up to chat. They are always encouraging one another and each other. These people are leaders on our team, and I'm so excited and proud to have them on our team. And I just want to give them a little shout out. You are validated, y'all. You guys are succeeding. I know that the summer has been less than great for some of us. It necessarily hasn't gone as great as we want it to be, but that is a normal attrition rate that's going on. And these leaders that are on our team are just, they're going to be diamonds. They're going to be diamonds. They are amazing leaders, and it's just an honor to be on this journey with them. So with that being said, we're going to end the call. We'll see you guys next week. Hop on our call next week. It'll be like the 30th of August, the last one of August. Craziness. We'll have another awesome call for you guys, and we look forward to seeing you then.